The crowd gathered around the dusty county fair arena expecting laughter, humiliation, and a quick payday. A young undefeated black belt stood in the center with a confident grin, waving a stack of cash above his head while pointing toward an older farmer leaning quietly against a weathered wooden fence. The challenge sounded like a joke. The farmer's faded denim shirt was stained with soil, his boots were cracked from years in the fields, and his rough hands looked more familiar with tractors than fights. The arrogant champion called him easy money, promising to defeat him in less than 30 seconds. The spectators laughed without realizing they were about to witness a lesson none of them would ever forget. Before we continue, if you believe kindness, humility, and second chances still matter in this world, please like this video, leave a comment, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Dad's Soul Diaries. Your support helps us continue bringing heartfelt stories that inspire millions. The small farming town of Willow Creek was known for its peaceful field stretching beneath bright blue skies, where golden wheat swayed gently in the warm daytime breeze. Families gathered every summer for the Harvest Festival, a celebration filled with homemade food, music, tractor exhibitions, and friendly competitions. This year, however, the biggest attraction wasn't the pie contest or the livestock parade. It was a traveling martial arts exhibition led by 28-year-old Ryder Kane, a nationally recognized black belt who had built a reputation not only for his remarkable skills but also for his overwhelming confidence. Ryder had become famous online for defeating challengers in public demonstrations, collecting prize money while entertaining audiences with dramatic victories. Success had filled his pockets, but it had also filled his heart with pride that slowly pushed away humility. People admired Ryder's athletic ability, yet many quietly wished someone would teach him that strength meant far more than throwing powerful punches. Unfortunately, no one in the crowd seemed capable of standing against him. Then Ryder noticed a quiet man helping an elderly woman carry heavy feed bags toward her pickup truck without asking for anything in return. The man's name was Nathan Mercer. Nathan was 53 years old, broad-shouldered, calm, and carried himself with remarkable patience. His weathered face showed years beneath the sun, while his silver-streaked hair hinted at a lifetime of sacrifice. Most people knew him simply as the farmer who never missed church, always helped neighbors after storms, and quietly donated crops to struggling families. Children loved visiting his farm because he never turned away anyone asking to see the horses or feed the chickens. Nobody talked much about his past because Nathan never talked about it himself. Years earlier, before buying the farm, Nathan had served his country as a Navy SEAL officer. He had completed dangerous missions across hostile territories, rescued innocent civilians, and led elite teams through impossible situations. He had earned medals that remained hidden inside an old wooden box beneath his bed, collecting dust while he focused on raising crops instead of memories. The battlefield had taught him that real warriors avoided unnecessary fights whenever possible. Ryder noticed Nathan's muscular build beneath the simple work clothes and immediately saw an opportunity to entertain the crowd. He loudly challenged the farmer, offering $5,000 if Nathan could stay standing for 1 minute. Everyone turned toward Nathan, expecting him to refuse. He simply smiled politely and continued unloading animal feed. The laughter from the crowd encouraged Ryder even more. He followed Nathan across the fairgrounds, insisting that someone with shoulders like his must secretly think he could fight. Cameras appeared as people began recording with their phones. Social media loved embarrassing moments, and Ryder knew another viral video could attract millions of views. Nathan finally looked at him with calm eyes. He wasn't angry. He wasn't offended. He simply seemed sad. He quietly explained that fighting solved very few problems and suggested Ryder spend the afternoon enjoying the festival instead. But Ryder mistook kindness for fear. The insults became louder. People started placing bets. Children watched from nearby picnic tables. Nathan glanced toward them before taking a slow breath. He realized this had stopped being about him. It had become about teaching a lesson. After speaking privately with the event organizers and ensuring proper safety rules were followed, Nathan agreed to a friendly exhibition rather than a real fight. Medical staff stood nearby, and the audience packed tightly around the demonstration ring under the bright afternoon sun. Ryder stretched dramatically while smiling at the cameras. Nathan simply removed his old work gloves. The referee signaled the beginning. Ryder exploded forward with incredible speed, throwing combinations that would have overwhelmed almost anyone. Gasps filled the air as punches sliced through empty space again and again. Nathan barely moved. Every step seemed effortless, every dodge measured with remarkable precision. His breathing never changed. His eyes remained relaxed. Confusion slowly replaced confidence on Ryder's face. Another attack. Another effortless escape. The audience grew strangely quiet. This was no ordinary farmer. Ryder increased his aggression, spinning into a powerful kick that had ended countless previous matches. Nathan calmly stepped inside the attack, redirected Ryder's balance using minimal force, and gently lowered him onto the ground before taking 2 steps backward. No punch. No celebration. No humiliation. Only control. The crowd stood frozen. Even Ryder looked shocked. Embarrassed by falling, he jumped back onto his feet and charged with everything he had. His frustration clouded his judgment. Within seconds Nathan calmly redirected another attack, leaving Ryder on the ground once more, completely unharmed. Silence spread across the arena. An elderly veteran standing near the front slowly removed his baseball cap. His eyes widened. He recognized the movements. Not from martial arts tournaments. From military training decades earlier. Whispers began moving through the crowd. Someone quietly asked Nathan if he had served. Nathan hesitated before giving a small nod. Only after repeated questions did the truth finally emerge. The quiet farmer had once commanded one of the Navy's most respected SEAL units. The entire atmosphere changed. People who had laughed moments earlier now stared with overwhelming respect. Ryder's confidence disappeared. For the first time in years, he realized he had judged someone entirely by appearance. Nathan helped him stand. He dusted the dirt from Ryder's shoulder like a father helping his son after falling from a bicycle. There was no anger in his expression. Only compassion. Nathan explained that strength was never measured by how loudly someone challenged others. Real strength was measured by protecting those who couldn't protect themselves, remaining calm when insulted, and walking away when pride demanded a fight. Those words struck Ryder harder than any punch ever could. After the exhibition ended, many expected Nathan to celebrate his victory. Instead, he quietly returned to helping volunteers clean the festival grounds. He stacked chairs. Collected trash. Helped children find their parents. Served food to elderly guests. His actions revealed the character behind the legend. Ryder couldn't stop thinking about what had happened. That evening he drove to Nathan's farm hoping to apologize. He found the older man repairing a broken fence while birds sang across the peaceful fields beneath the fading daylight. Without cameras. Without crowds. Without applause. Ryder admitted that success had changed him. Winning had become more important than people. Recognition had become more important than respect. Nathan listened without interruption. He shared stories, not of combat, but of teammates who never returned home, reminding Ryder that life's greatest victories rarely happened inside an arena. They happened when people chose compassion instead of pride, forgiveness instead of revenge, and service instead of applause. Over the following weeks Ryder returned every weekend. Not to fight. To work. He learned how to repair fences, feed livestock, plant crops, and rise before sunrise. His expensive training gloves slowly gave way to worn leather work gloves. The physical labor humbled him in ways competition never could. The internet soon noticed something unusual. The once cocky black belt stopped posting videos mocking strangers. Instead, he shared videos helping veterans repair homes, raising money for struggling farming families, and teaching free self-defense classes to children. Millions who had once followed him for entertainment stayed because they witnessed genuine transformation. Reporters eventually discovered Nathan's military background and wanted interviews about his heroic missions. He politely declined every request. He insisted the real heroes were those who never returned home. His greatest achievement, he believed, wasn't surviving dangerous missions. It was learning to build peace after living through war. Months later the Harvest Festival returned. This time Ryder stood on the same stage where he had once searched for easy money. He looked across the audience and smiled with genuine humility. Instead of offering cash to challengers, he announced a charity tournament supporting veterans and local farmers struggling after severe storms. Every ticket sold helped families rebuild their lives. Nathan watched quietly from the back of the crowd. He never stepped onto the stage. He never accepted recognition. Yet everyone knew the event existed because one quiet farmer had chosen mercy over humiliation. The applause that afternoon wasn't for the strongest fighter. It was for the strongest character. If this story touched your heart and reminded you that true strength is found in humility, forgiveness, and serving others, please take a moment to like this video, leave a heartfelt comment, share it with someone who needs this message today, and subscribe to Dad's Soul Diaries for more inspiring stories. Special request: comment below with the words, "True strength needs no noise," if you believe humility will always defeat arrogance. As the sun slowly disappeared beyond Willow Creek's endless fields, Nathan returned to his tractor, continuing the simple life he loved. There were no trophies waiting for him, no headlines celebrating his past, and no medals hanging around his neck. Yet every person who had witnessed that unforgettable day carried home something far more valuable than entertainment. They carried a lesson that would remain with them for years. The loudest person in the crowd is rarely the strongest, the greatest warriors are often the quietest, and the people who have every reason to prove themselves are usually the ones who never feel the need to. True greatness grows silently, just like the strongest crops beneath an open sky, rooted not in pride, but in humility, kindness, sacrifice, and the courage to choose peace when the world expects a fight.